Season 1 has been made possible by East Coast Panel and Paint, Sharpline Graphics, SMG BMW, Build at Pinetown, Johnson's Mini Skips, Unique Off-Road Concepts, Drymac, and the Flow Creek Group.
Welcome to the grand finale of Season 1 of King of Customs, the show where we go in search of the best custom rides across the country.
In this show, we go and visit the Wentworth Spinners as well as the guys from UOC and check out their 6x6.
We have some rad trophies here to crown the minibike King of Customs riders, but most importantly, we've got the judges deliberating on the winner of the King of Customs show.
It's been one hell of a journey, so let's just check what went down.
King of Customs Season 1 has been an extraordinary adventure and made some life memories for the crew. We flash back now to a few highlights, but first, see how Matt warms up at the first Unique Off-Road Concepts visit.
What's it called? Unique Concepts. Unique Off-Road Concepts. What's happening, ladies and gents? We are at Unique Off-Road Customs.
Concepts.
Not off-road classics.
Concepts.
No, I'm practicing. It's just... Yeah. Unique Off-Road Concepts. Okay. Let me just one. What's up, ladies and gents? We are at Unique Off-Road Concepts. Unique Off-Road Concepts.
Unique Off-Road Concepts and the 6x6 build got delayed by COVID-19, leaving the build incomplete and out of the King of Custom build-off. But a magnificent vehicle is nearing completion. Let's just say this story doesn't end here. The Malaz crew built a few gems themselves. The SMG BMW sidecar that turned heads all the way to Belito. They also customized an Arceta to run on batteries for the SMG BMW group. Along the way, rubbing shoulders with local celebrities. And in true Malaz style, they gave away a bunch of prizes too. And to make all the giveaways fair, they came up with the most random randomizer ever seen. And the pranks happen frequently, on and off the camera.
Fire it up!
And promoting King of Customs is a big job too, but the crew take it on with zealous. The King of Customs crew jam on down to JDM 2.0.
Kuluma TV in the house here at JDM 2.0!
The mini-bike races are designed to give our advertising partners added exposure, all the while maximizing the fun component for competitors and spectators alike. These pop-up events have been well supported, starting out in the Build It parking lot, then moving off-road for one event in Drummond, then to the Rocket Racing parking lot in Pinetown. Out of the 4 events, Jason won 3, missed out on 1, but he still smoked everyone with 3 wins.
Jason!
So now it's time to crown the minibike champion.
And the undisputed champion of the minibike parking lot races goes to none other than Jason.
Not only did we have a winner for the minibike races, we also have a trophy for the person who came off the most in all of those races. Now we know who it is, and he knows who he is. And the trophy is proudly sponsored by Steve's Motorcycles, and the person is Clint the Fish.
When lockdown restrictions ease up, these parking lot races will move around the country, so get your pit bikes ready for action in Season 2.
Out here at Wenty's at a car wash, waiting for some guys to come and show us what their BMWs can do. Gonna come and spin us around, baby, round, baby, round.
Gareth here from King of Customs, and today we are in Wentworth. We are here to check out the Wentworth Spinners, and the Wentworth Spinners do one thing precisely. Come on, Wentworth Spinners. Can I get something for the Wentworth Spinners? Chris from the Wentworth Spinners. Come up with your whole crew. We trust you. Trust you.
My name is Christopher Enika. I am the co-founder of Wentworth Spinners. We started in 2012. We started with our BMs. So it's been a long time that we believe in, these BMs and stuff like that. Before, because it was just driving cars before. At Kimberley Spin City, we saw these BMs and these guys from Johannesburg jumping out these BMs. So we're like, So we thought to ourselves that, hey, you know what, we have to also do this thing here. You know what I'm saying? We got these cars at home, you know what I'm saying? So when we came back to Durban, we started this whole thing. We host events, music events. So that's us here, Wentworth Spinners. At the workshop, we hosted once at People's Park. Yes. At People's Park, and most of the time it's always in Wentworth because we like to do things local and keep it local because the young kids, you know, they love these things. When we start those cars, they don't even move from us the whole day.
Round 2, guys. All the cars have been moved out of the parking lot, and we are gonna clap it.
I devoted my whole life to be the greatest of all life.
Easy Killer's here. Easy Killer, come here, son. I actually contacted Easy Killer 24 hours before we shot that video. So he made that song in 24 hours, probably less.
Right, like you say, my name is Easy Killer. I'm also one of the players and the artists from Wentworth. You know, Chris is a spinner. We complement each other with that because I bring in the entertainment side with the music. So when Garrett said to me that King of Customs and the show needs this thing, I jumped in it quick because I saw this as an opportunity, not only for myself, but to bring it to King of Customs. You know what I'm saying? So I was grateful for that, and I'm looking forward to other things.
Killer. Bro, and then at the end of it, they tell me that there's no brakes in the car. I was hoping to be the highlights of the show when I put my body on the boots and my body on the seats and the body on the boots, and then I realized it's all the spinning with no brakes. Thanks for your time. Guys, one more time, thank them for wasting all their money on tires. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
East Coast Panel and Paint is an automotive refinisher specializing in panel beating, spray painting and chassis straightening, accredited by the motor industry as a major structural repairer. Boasting Durban's finest paint shop, East Coast Panel and Paint offers custom and standard paint refinishing, including complete resprays and color matching for repairs. With a free tow-in service and a courtesy vehicle, East Coast Panel and Paint should be your choice. East Coast Panel and Paint, producing style, service and speed with bespoke quality.
Let's kick it off with Street Rod Customs. Matt?
I enjoy the old school muscle cars.
For me as well, I really also dig the old school stuff. Also that Ford Ranger that he pulled in there with that new Mustang motor that looked pretty much stock, like it came from factory, was super impressive for me as well. So he's doing the old school and the new school stuff, so yeah, pretty cool.
Street Rod Customs, I wasn't there. Unfortunately, I'm still depressed and heartbroken by it. Kind of jealous of these guys that I couldn't be there, but based on what I saw visually on television, that guy's building some fantastic stuff. We got blows out the bonnet. Like Gary said, he's got that Ford Ranger with a new generation V8 in it. It's not something you get to see every day. It's quite exciting to see on TV, and I can still feel the excitement in these also from seeing it in person. Quite exciting.
Yeah, Sunday Street Rod Custom.
I enjoy the Street Rod Custom guys too, you know, the old school, the new school.
Pick up your cell phones. I need you to punch in your score out of 100. Vote for Street Rod Customs. And at the end of voting, we're going to be sending these votes through to our producer, Quinton Watt. The next entrant we're looking at is Adrian Pat.
Yeah, he's definitely a good sportsman, waterman, all that, all-rounder.
Well, Eddie drives me nuts. Strictly based on his personality, I think he's a fantastic guy. I think he should win strictly because he's of that age and he's still physically so fit and physically able and he's so talented physically. Then let's talk about his cars. I think vehicle running on macadamia nutshells is crazy. I think you should vote for Eddie. He really deserves it.
Yeah, I like a salted nut, buddy.
Over to Guy Johnson, our guest judge.
For a guy that can do something like that and is an all-round sportsman, a waterman myself, you know, I quite enjoy that kind of vibe from him, and also being able to do something along the lines with salted nuts and get a vehicle running like that is pretty incredible.
Meeting him makes you realize what type of man he is, but also crazy on what he's done. Never seen it before, so I know where I'm going over that way.
Technically, he's not blowing smoke up our, but yeah, this vehicle ran on smoke, and when I saw it, I was flabbergasted actually by it, being in the diesel trade and seeing something like that you could actually make it run on smoke was unbelievable to me. Yeah, He's nuts, bro.
Can we get some sort of an explanation? Because I don't even know what exactly was the salted nuts about, because this was an inside joke that I was clearly left out of.
I was also left out, so there's no salt by my house.
So salted nuts, it was a joke because he works with macadamians and he's a waterman. So you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Salty nuts.
Skulk Faber, this guy was absolutely incredible. He can build bikes, cars, caravans, pretty much anything.
Yeah, thinking back to meeting Skulk back at his house there, I dig what he's done with old school and new school, combining German technology with the old school American muscle. He's got a reliable everyday driver, but still that old school classic look, and all these other little things around there, the caravan, the bikes he's doing. Very cool guy, also all done in-house, one-man show, very talented guy.
I love the whole idea and concept of putting new school motors into old school bodies, and he done a fantastic job.
Skag Favor, the bike was very, very sick, my bro.
He can pretty much do almost anything.
That's what you call custom building. Yeah, Skulky, well done, bro.
His builds were unbelievable. It was all scratch-built stuff. You can't order it off the shelf. He was building with his heart, like everything down to the details on the buckles on his bikes, his trademark. When someone builds with their hearts on their sleeve, I can relate to that because that's what I put in my days. So I know where my vote's going with that one.
You know, Lala's our next entrant. One of my personal favorites, a guy operating out of his garage in Queensborough. This is what the show's about. We want to find more people that are operating from their homes.
Very cool place, nice family. What stood out for me a lot was the nice meal we got there from his missus.
Like Gaddy says, one of the guys that I was there with and able to see offered us a lovely plate of curry, which I think is bribery, but anyways, it went down laka.
Good guy working from home, trying to do something that he loves, and local is lekker. Eh?
We know local, doing what he loves. It's a passion, and you can see it in the work he does. Eh?
Guys, so unfortunately I was having a latte on this day and I couldn't be there. But yeah, I'm very bummed about that because it looked like there was some sick cabs there. I really wanted to check those things out. I did miss the chow, guys, most of all.
The next entrant is Bryce Gardner. He built a drift car, quite a rad young guy.
So Bryce is my connection. He doesn't have a job, and this is what he loves. It's his passion, and he puts all his time into building this car. And he's built a remarkable car, and he's learning on the go. He's one of those YouTube self-taught, and he's building some wicked machines. And on top of all of that, he is an unbelievable driver. I actually sold my brief when I went for a ride with this oak.
Bryce is a very passionate guy. He does what he loves, and also sponsored by Malay, so it's going to be a tough decision.
For a guy that can drive the way he does and build the cars that he drives is really exceptional.
I met Bryce. I think it looks really sick. I love that camo theme. Olive green's one of my favorite colors, so he got a really cool car. Also, I'm a big Nissan SX fan. I'm a 2J fan. He's living my dream. The fact that he doesn't work and he gets to build cars all day, I would love to do that. And I'd learn how to drift and spin and go in circles and act a fool. So Bryce, you got my vote, bud.
Bryce, uyisiclima nje emotweni futhi ngikutshela uyayenza lento yakhe first wenza sure futhi awufika lana kuthina ozokutshengisa ukuthi kahle kahle la kumali azikwenzakalani.
Yeah, phenomenal oak, especially that he's been self-taught and doing this from his driveway under a carport. Like Maddie was saying, the control that he's got in the car. If you've been to our shop, you know how small our courtyard is. He throws burnouts and sideways actions in our courtyard. It's insane.
It's Bryce Gardner, the vegan on a mission.
And guys, I'll tell you one thing, I didn't trust anyone behind the wheel of a car or a bike. I always think that I'm the legend, but I actually ran in between him. I don't know what I was thinking that day, and he had so much control. I was looking through the camera lens, and you know when you look through the camera lens, it's hard to judge your depth. And bro, I just put my life in his hands, bro, and he just spun around me like it was nothing.
Footage that day too.
Talking about looking through a camera lens, I don't know if you guys saw, I think it was when we went to the Wentworth Spinners that I fell over when I was looking in the camera.
We've had some close calls at these events that we go and cover. At the Wentworth Spinners, they put that vehicle almost on my toes. We're going to vote for Leather Viking. Now, you Malaz boys were part of that build, so we're expecting some integrity here, gentlemen. Don't overvote for yourselves. However, that's why we got the balancing guys to balance it all out.
The reason why I'm anxious is because that oak was on our toes the whole time we did that build. He was here in amongst doing the build. He actually drilled a hole through his own radiator and fixed the problem the same day. So even though he wasn't the actual builder of the vehicle, his hand was in every single nook and cranny.
Made a couple of mistakes, cost him a radiator with a drill and stuff that he's never going to live down, but he got stuck in and we repaired it, and I think he's having fun with it.
Fantastic guy. So if anything, is getting half of my vote just on him. Obviously, I'm a power-hungry guy. I love speed, I love power, I love living on the edge, and that's the complete opposite of what that Mercedes is. But I'm also a fanatic for classics, and I'm actually a big fan of that specific shape Mercedes. It's royalty. When I see it, I just picture back in the days what it must have been like to own one of those bad boys, go cruising down the road, cruising in your leathers with a nice pair of shades. So the car looks lovely. I love the white walls. Malaz, you guys really done a great job putting that car together.
Funniest part about that build was he built it to flip it, and then he got too close to it and then couldn't sell it.
I know exactly what he's talking about. A lot of these builds that are in a shop here are ones that we bought to flip and we just keep as well. And if you look up in the roof as well, we just get too attached to him. So I know exactly where he's coming from as well. Once you've got it, you really, it's difficult to part from it.
That's actually what happens in some of these builds. Right, gentlemen, last entrant is Cornet. He's one of those builders who's had the build done for him, and we definitely want to showcase people like that as well. Absolutely awesome American bike.
So guys, Cornet, he's an outstanding guy. I met him on the day. I saw his bike. It was beautiful and blinged out. He did a brilliant job there. His mind went into that bike, and it really shows. I favor the Iron Horse compared to any car. Yeah, that American muscle bike is just what I like, eh?
Oh, Cornet, a good old friend of mine, 25 years plus. Awesome bike build there. A lot of thoughts gone into it, and that's what it's all about. Customizing something from what it should be to what they intended to be. It's an artwork, nice bike, Cornet.
Yeah, that bike really looks sick, something that I enjoy.
Man build like a bike. I like the hot saddle, and it wasn't a bike.
Cornet's American muscle type bike. I really smacked it. I feel like it was something straight out of Orange County. Really didn't look local. It looks like everything that I've been seeing on TV on an international level. So great workmanship. I think the airbrushing and stuff on there really blew my mind away. I did not expect to see that bike there on that day. So he's going to get a fantastic vote from me.
It's a world-class bike. Like you said, comparing with bikes from overseas, the Orange County bikes and stuff. Really, really cool bike. We've got these builders on our doorstep that no one knows, and that's what our show is about, is revealing and bringing those guys out so guys can see what South Africa's got.
King of Customs.
King of Customs. Yeah. Send us emails, drop us a WhatsApp, let us come and check you guys out and give you guys some airtime and let the rest of the world see what you guys can build.
East Coast Panel and Paint is an automotive refinisher specializing in panel beating, spray painting and chassis straightening, accredited by the motor industry as a major structural repairer. Boasting Durban's finest paint shop, East Coast Panel and Paint offers custom and standard paint refinishing, including complete resprays and color matching or repairs. With a free tow-in service and a courtesy vehicle, East Coast Panel and Paint should be your choice. East Coast Panel and Paint, producing style, service and speed with bespoke quality.
I've just finished my drive show at Life and Style on 88FM, and I've had some parking lot damage, unfortunately, but I've come to the guys at East Coast Panel and Paint. I've heard that they can sort things out for me. My name is Tanya, and I'm going to be your service advisor. Okay. You can follow me to the first sanitization bay, and we can start our assessment.
While our local celebrity Chantal Palm sits and relaxes in her isolation pod, sipping on a cappuccino, Tanya the assessor gets going on the vehicle assessment, thoroughly checking the vehicle inside and out before Chantal has even finished her coffee.
You just need to update a few of your details in our online system to send you to our assessment report. Find a copy of the assessment report has been emailed directly through to you.
Thank you so much. This has been a real easy and efficient process. It's easy to get through and they're very helpful here at East Coast Panel and Paint. And I'm getting a courtesy car. What more could you ask for?
Yo guys, what's happening? Chantal's car's been booked in here at East Coast Customs, which is our neighbor. Let's go have a look and see what the guys are doing and catching up with those.
Yo, what's happening, bro? How's it, brother? What's happening? Can't complain, can't complain. You well?
So this is where we bring in the advanced structural repair cars. We on all the insurance companies' panels and factory approved. We check underneath the cars, we strip the cars up properly so that we get the right quote, the right assessment, so the insurance companies know what they're starting off with a cost price. Obviously with these cars here, we get the clients in a courtesy car so that they're not inconvenienced, and then we jump on. Okay, so this is our advanced structural repair center. Here we got a car that we're replacing a fender, so we got it on a sillet. That's a jolly lift, so these things normally pull cars straight, and then our file bays are in the back. As we run through it, then there's a separate spray booth for all small parts. Our job is to try and repair as much as we can for the insurance companies, as well as make sure the client's quality is not compromised. This is our major structural repair. This M5 here, slight damage, but we're repairing, making sure it's all 100% for our client. It's one of his pride and joys. So this is a chassis machine. This helps us put a car 100% back. So all chassis repairs gets pulled straight to tower, to factory specifications. And then from here, it runs out to an inspection tunnel to make sure when we're finishing a car after painting, and every imperfection is then rectified, and then it goes then down to final assembling and down to client. This is where all the color comes back on. This is where all the small little fender benders, we call them wine stains.
Okay.
So,
Brandy stains.
Yeah, brandy stains, wine. So this is one of the booths. There's 3. This is one of the main booths. According to my dad, your spray boot's like a surgery.
100%.
So you precise, have to paint a car 110%. I'm one of the few guys that actually have cameras in my spray booth.
Okay.
So if a client wants to log in, watch his car in a panel beating, we actually give him logging details. He can actually sit at home and watch his car being repaired. Yeah, so this is our final assembling. All the little bits and pieces, whatever's left on the car that we just want to 100% get right. We final finish a car, and this is where Chantel will come downstairs. While she's downstairs having a cup of coffee, we then get our car down to her, let her final inspect it, and make sure that she's happy with it, and that's where it's gone.
All the boxes ticked, everything checked, and then customer's happy,
and then it's
back on the road.
100%. 100%, until the next one.
It looks so great. It looks fresh from the factory. You never ever say anything was wrong. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Shot for showing me your shop, bro.
No problem.
We'll catch you a little bit later this afternoon.
Okay, so we're going to call the top 3 to the stage. Obviously, nobody knows who is in the top 3, but we do. So if I can call Vinod Lala, Adrian Pat, and Skulk Faber to the stage, please. If you can come and stand in front, Sean.
And third place goes to Adrian Pat.
Get everybody a round of applause for Mr. Pat.
My name's Salty Nuts now.
And second place is Skulk Faber. What a man.
Tom, thank you, sir. You've done a fantastic job. You are a superhuman.
The crown, the champion of King of Customs Season 1 goes to Vino.
The individual judges' scores were sent through to our producer, and the scores were tallied. The contestant was given a percentage based on their overall performance and public score. Also, a percentage was based on their views. They were tallied together and a point was awarded. So let's see how our contenders did individually.
Lee the Viking received an average of 12% from the judges, and his Facebook views accounted for 1%, giving him a total score of 13 points. Cornay Theron received an average of 13% from the judges, and his Facebook views accounted for 2%, giving him a total of 15 points. Bryce Gardner received an average of 17% from the judges, and his Facebook views accounted for 5%, giving him a total of 22 points. Street Rod Customs received an average of 16% from the judges, and his Facebook views accounted for 12%, giving him a total of 28 points. As we go into the top 3, Adrian Pat received an average of 17% from the judges, and his Facebook views accounted for 13%, giving him a total of 30 points. Skulk Faber received an average of 16% from the judges, and his Facebook views accounted for 22%, giving him a total of 38 points. Vinod Lala received an average of 10% from the judges, and his Facebook views accounted for 46%, securing the victory for Vinod Lala with 56 points.
And guys, we're busy working on season 2, so stay tuned.
That's it from us here at King of Customs. King of Customs!
So, catch the next episode of King of Customs SA. And while you're there, like it, schmarker, love it. Possibly.
Season 1 has been made possible by East Coast Panel and Paint, Sharpline Graphics, SMG BMW, Build at Poundtown, Johnson's Mini Skips, Unique Off-Road Concepts, Drymac, and the Flow Creek Group.